Monday, May 8th, 2017, Maneco 64, home of alternative economics and contrarian views. So I want to talk a little bit about the markets and also some of the events over the weekend, geopolitical, political. So it's around 8:30 a.m. London, so 3:30 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time or New York time as well in terms of the markets. So start out with gold. Spot gold is $12.31 right now, up $3.50. The high's been $12.35, the low $12.25. So it looks like that $12.25 level is holding for now. The Dow's down 20 points at 20,975. S&P down 3 points at 2396. Silver's unchanged at $16.34. We have been as high as $16.47 and as low as $16.20. Bond markets are fairly steady. Currencies, let's see, the pound is virtually unchanged, 129.76. The euro down almost 1/3% at 109.70. The range has been 110.26 to 109.56. The yen, so dollar yen 112.66. So dollar still holding fairly strong. On Friday the low was 112. The recent high is around 113, and today's high is also 113. So I think that's still important to look in terms of precious metals. If we see the dollar dropping below 112 against the yen, we could see gold continue to rebound. What else? Dollar index 98.76, virtually unchanged, up slightly. So yeah, dollar still continuing to weak, and yeah, still, you know, you'd expect, you know, since April 17th, when the dollar index was above 100, that's when gold topped. It seems a little bit counterintuitive, but as I've said before, this is mostly on the dollar strength, you know, weakness of the dollar against the euro and the pound. What's kept the dollar index from dropping even further is the fact that the dollar has been able to rally against the yen from around 108 to 112.50, where we are right now. Bond markets, the 10-year yield is at 234, so it's continuing to stay above that 230 level, which means we could see yields continue to rise here. So the main story over the weekend, and it wasn't a surprise, I guess, Macron beat Le Pen in the French election, 65-35. So in this case, the polls were right. The mainstream media in France was right, and he won. One thing that was interesting is that the turnout was the lowest since 1974. I did manage to listen to a French YouTube channel, and they're quite Pierre Yovanovitch. He does a review of the press stories, and he's been on Max Kaiser. He speaks French and English. This was in French with a political analyst, and they did it like a week before the election yesterday. And one thing that's really interesting that the political analyst said about France: no matter who wins, France is very divided. And he actually said that there's a danger of civil war in France. So right now it seems everything's fine for the globalists and for the European Union. But under the surface, things are brewing in France. The other thing they said, of course, they are alternative French media. They said that a win for Macron is a win for Germany. You know, the EU, Germany in charge of the EU. So that's the French part. There's some other, headlines out this morning, which I found interesting, and I'll go over them right now. let's see here. Oh yeah, one thing that I found interesting, and it says, it's on Zero Hedge, it says Iran threatens to destroy Saudi Arabia after Saudi prince warns of moving a battle to Iran. So yeah, Saudi Arabia and Iran are big rivals, mostly because Saudi Arabia has a monarch, you know, a system of monarchy, and they're also Sunnis. And the Iranians, they have a cleric or Islamic republic, so monarchy republic, and they're two very big oil producers. So yeah, they're big rivals, and Iran, of course, is Shia, which is a big division in the Muslim world. So this is interesting to, you know, to keep an eye on, you know, as if there wasn't enough, you know, problems out there, geopolitical problems. I guess the North Korean story is still, you know, ongoing, and we have to keep an eye on that. The other thing I saw was a story saying that April is cruel to the U.S. Treasury, and it says that tax receipts, you know, individual income and employee taxes not withheld dropped by 5.7% year on year. Why is that important? Well, it means that tax receipts are dropping. It means that the economy is not doing as well. So that's a, you know, we had the GDP that was almost at zero for the first quarter. Second quarter GDP, some people are predicting 4%. I think JP Morgan revised their down already to 2.8. So yeah, U.S. economy is still on the back foot, in my opinion. Fed looks determined, though, to raise rates in June. Cryptocurrencies, well, Bitcoin still doing fairly well. We're at around 1580 this morning, if I'm not mistaken. Let's have a look here. Bitcoin. Wow, actually now we've gone up. We're at 1626 according to World Coin Index. As I speak here, Ethereum is at $91. It's down a little bit according to World Coin Index. Litecoin down a percent, but Bitcoin still doing well, up 3.4%. Ripple up 28.5% at 18 cents. So yeah, that's what's happening this morning. Yeah, the reaction to the French election has been muted. I think it's the case of buy or sell the rumor, and sell and buy the fact kind of story. So not much to report here in terms of market volatility. Yeah, if you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up, share it far and wide, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do. If you'd like to donate to the channel, if you think the channel adds value, there's some links below in the description. I accept Bitcoin, I accept PayPal, I have a Patreon account as well. And I'll talk to you later. Take care. Bye.